you've seen the intro, have you? Or you haven't? Oh, don't.
Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision.
Hey, everybody. It's Sunny. Hi, everybody. My name's Sunny Margolis and Char and Tony. Hi, Tony.
Hello. I was
Are you
doing your
competing
voice.
with Sunny?
Hello,
Competing
Sunny.
with the Chihuahua. Today is September 23rd, 2022. And I hope everybody had a great week. Sunny was groomed. The Mercedes came. The Mercedes person groomed him, and we kept his hair long because guess what? It's getting cold. I put the heat on.
It's getting cold in here.
Is it cold there?
It's like I said, it's getting chilly in the mornings and the evenings, but during the day it's supposed to get back up to close to 100 again here next week.
Oh, you're kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy weather.
I know.
Crazy. So Sunny's going to say, see you later, everybody.
Bye, Sunny. Miss you already.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
So I wanted to share something with you. Remember, like I was complaining about the double rainbows not complaining, but I thought it was awesome that there were double rainbows over Buckingham Palace the day the Queen died.
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't know there were like more experiences with it. And I want to read this to you guys, everybody, because I was saying, the media just, didn't really talk about the spiritual side of it. But guess what?
Somebody did.
Kate Middleton says, Queen Elizabeth was looking down on us when 5 rainbows appeared over Balmoral. The Princess of Wales said, the royal family felt the presence of the late monarch when 5 rainbows graced the sky above the Queen's beloved escape in the Scottish Highlands, where she died September 8th. And while meeting with volunteers and operational staff who helped organize the committal service for the Queen on Monday, the Princess of Wales, 40, said the royal family felt the late monarch's presence when 5 rainbows astonishingly appeared over Balmoral Castle the day after she died.
Wow.
In Scotland, how many rainbows turned up? Prince William asked his wife at Windsor on Thursday. You hardly ever see rainbows there, but there were 5. Her Majesty was looking down on us, Princess Kate replied. So how cool is that? Rainbows similarly broke through the crowds at 2 other historic UK landmarks in recent days. Shortly before Queen Elizabeth's death was announced on September 8th, a double rainbow broke through the clouds over Buckingham Palace. The day before her funeral on September 18th, another rainbow ignited the sky over the Palace of Westminster as the Queen's coffin was lying in state. As the royal family continues mourning, the new Prince and Princess of Wales made their first appearance Thursday following the state funeral. Blah, 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 blah. A lot of people came for the Commonwealth and blah, blah, blah. But she said the Queen is watching over us. Isn't that great?
That's awesome. That is awesome.
People, I mean, how many years has it been? I've been doing this like 50 years. I mean,
just a few.
I can't imagine 50 years ago, whoever was, well, it was Queen Elizabeth, but I can't imagine her even saying, well, my mother was watching over us with rainbows.
Right.
Right.
Not as spiritual back then. Yes. It's more religious back then.
Yeah. So at least people are opening their eyes to spirituality, which makes me really happy. And, you know how we talk about signs. Everybody gets signs. We talk about it a lot when I do readings for people and they know what their loved one's sign is. I found a dime the other day and I said, who drops dimes? Because it was at a park where there's only, it looks like a Stonehenge, but it's around the corner from me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Some guy must have gone nuts. Like first it looked like Stonehenge and it was simple. Now there's like hundreds of these big boulder rocks that they put on and beautiful crystal rocks. I mean, it's amazing, but I think without knowing it, he's obsessed with doing it because I think there's like UFO energies around.
Ooh, UFO.
Did I ever tell you that? Did I ever tell you that long years ago I had a boyfriend who was here and I went grocery shopping? And he was a comedian and a singer and he was very funny. But I came back and I thought he was joking because he said he saw a flying saucer land in my corral. And I never really believed him then. But now I'm wondering if he was really seeing that.
You're like, maybe he wasn't as nuts as I thought.
Well, I mean, so many unidentified flying objects have been reported going into Mount Shasta, like they go into the mountain and or into the ocean.
Yep.
Or where the Bermuda Triangle is.
Yep.
So
yeah, Malibu, they have a lot of sightings off the Malibu and other areas.
Where?
Off the coast of Malibu and Catalina Island, they see a lot of UFO sightings out there.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Yeah, they see a lot.
And what's interesting, like when I started doing my podcast 8 years ago, and you've been doing it for what, 15 years?
Yeah, going on 15 years.
And you have more conspiracy theories on your podcast and whatever, but we've been talking about UFOs every year.
Right.
We've had all our experts on.
Mm-hmm.
And Craig Campobasso is going to be back on my show. I forgot when I sent you the text. Sometime soon, guys. And he wrote all about aliens, and now like the government's finally honing up to it.
Yeah, they're finally putting it out there after all these years.
Yeah, want to know why?
Why?
Because they're ruining our planet and they need somewhere to go. So their egos need,
they're like,
it's
take us with you.
It's narcissism. They need a place to live.
Right.
Like on the moon or on Mars. Because they can't just take care of, and they'll ruin that too if they're not careful.
Oh yeah. But I
shouldn't say they because we're one of they. We're we're all in this together, but it's not our fault. Right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm sure we've contributed in some ways, but when it comes to like for greed purposes, no, we're not doing it because of greed.
Just follow the money.
Yes.
It's all about money. And if it's about money, then it doesn't matter if they're ruining the earth or they're hurting our planet, or it's like they're letting the turtles out, I think, in Florida, and they could be becoming extinct. I mean, how many animals have become extinct? You're probably too young for this, but long time ago.
The dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs, when I was in like high school. There was a commercial on TV. And the commercial, there's a sound of a little girl saying, "Mommy, what's that?" And they show a picture of a flower. She goes, "Oh, honey, that's a flower." "What's a flower?" "Oh, we used to have those growing on the earth." Wow. And then they go, "Mommy, what's that?" "Oh, that's a bunny rabbit." "A bunny rabbit? That's an animal. That's an animal that used to grow, that used to play on the earth, that used to run around on the earth." And I keep thinking about that commercial all the time, like this week. I've thought about it so many times because at least we're starting to put money into global warming.
Right.
If it's not too late with the glaciers.
That's the question.
they say that that there's a glacier that's going to be melting and that the sea levels are going to rise.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, by quite a bit.
So you might have oceanfront property.
In Arizona.
Is that a song?
Yeah, oceanfront property in Arizona. It's
Is
an old
that
country song.
I never heard that. Who sang that?
Oceanfront property. Let's see. It was George Strait.
George Strait.
It released in 1987.
Tony, do you think he was?
According to him, it is.
Oh my God, I have to thank you guys who are watching CharVision because you guys made my book number. You're not going to believe what time it is.
Again?
I don't know. We're in for something. Something weird's going to happen. It's 9/11. I want to thank you guys for buying my book.
Woo, woo, woo.
That's your cue, Tony.
Oh, wait a minute. There's that.
Oh, that's the scan.
That's the scan.
They can buy the book, too, but seriously.
And there's the book.
Oh, there it is. Okay, it's behind me too. Thank you guys so much for buying the book and also for all your
Well, I've heard of it selling so fast it flies off the shelf.
It's flying off. Woo! Thank you guys so much for buying the book, seriously, and for all the Amazon 5-star reviews, and it's warming my heart, truly, because people, I mean, would anyone call me and say I hate the book? But so far, so good. So far, people are loving it. So it's because of you guys that the book is selling. So I'm really grateful to all of you. So Yay. There. I'm gonna be moseying back out west, but I'm not sure exactly when, but things are starting to happen that I can't talk about.
Well, you're definitely going to be
let's change
out west in April 1st, 2023 for sure for the podcast festival.
They're a pair of podcasts, Tony's podcast, and I'm a judge.
And hopefully you're going to speak, I hope.
I'm planning on it. Let me get my act together. I'm planning on it. I can't say no to you.
Yeah, right. You know, because I'll be sitting in the corner pouting.
I can't say no to you. Where is it again?
Santa Clarita, California, just north. It's like 25 miles north of Burbank.
Oh, so I can drive there and drive home.
Oh yeah, no, it's really close. It's like 5 minutes from Magic Mountain or Six Flags.
How long does this go on for?
This year it's just one day, but it'll probably be 2 days.
If I speak, since you're holding me on to this,
yeah.
Since you're pushing me into having to say yes on the air.
Yes.
Can I pick the time I do it?
Of course. 6 a.m. is fine.
What time?
I'm kidding. I was like, 6 a.m. is fine.
Yeah, no, that's not. Can Sonny come?
Of course.
Oh, good.
I have a booth set up that says Char Margolis just for him.
So I also want to welcome all the TikTokers that are coming to CharVision. You guys are great. I was just on TikTok and the kids were so wonderful. Really lovely.
I did my first live the other day just to test it. And man, there's a bunch of people just popped in for no reason. I was like, oh, hi. I'm
so proud of you.
I was just testing.
What did you do? You just say, hi, I'm testing?
Yeah, I was just because I wanted to see. I've never went live on it. So I was just like, hello, everyone. And so it was nice.
It's really the future, you guys. Okay. I know. Do we have people calling in?
Oh, yeah. We've already, tons of people. The phones are packed.
Okay.
Bunch of missed calls.
Let's not make people wait any longer.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, I want to announce that I think September 30th, I'm going to have Jonathan Lewis doing readings on CharVision. Sorry.
Jonathan Lewis.
CharVision. So I think it's September 30th, unless
That's next Friday.
Oh, is it next Friday?
Yeah.
I'm glad I said that. It is?
Yeah, today's the 23rd.
Oh, okay. Did I say September 30th? Wait.
Is it October or September?
Is September 30th 9:30? Yep, 9:30. September 30th. So next week. Perfect.
Yay.
We'll have Jonathan on, and he's a great reader, you guys. You're going to be really happy. So, all righty then.
All righty, let's take the first call.
Now, Tony.
Yes, ma'am.
The only reason I'll do well tonight is if you pick the right people. So it's all up to you.
Oh, sure. Put the blame on me. I guess I put the pressure on you for the parapet, so now you have to put the pressure.
Now the energy's going back on you now, honey.
All right, so don't forget your prayer, and also we're going to take
Oh my God, thank you for reminding me.
Yes, ma'am. We don't want you to forget that.
Yeah, okay.
718, you are live on the air with Char and Sunny.
Hello. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, how you doing? I'm doing good.
Good. What's your name?
My name's Chris.
Chris, nice to meet you. Where are you calling from?
Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, how great. How is it in New York? Is it raining or did it stop?
It's not raining right now, but it was pretty chilly this morning. It's actually a pretty cool all day.
Okay, so did you want a reading?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to say my prayer of protection. I always say a prayer of protection. We live in a physical world and we live in an energetic world, and there's good and evil in both. And we want to make sure only positive energy is coming around us. Okay?
Okay.
You're good with that?
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay. We ask the universal consciousness and God that holds the highest spiritual power of knowledge, wisdom, and truth to guide and protect us as we communicate with our guides and angels in the spirit world and tap into the wisdom of the universe. We respect this opportunity and take full responsibility to use this not for ego or controlling others, but with the pure intention of spreading love and healing life on this earth and beyond. Anything that is in, near, around, or about us that is not of light, go back to where you came from and turn to light if you choose, but stay away from us. So, Chris, are you considering, I'm seeing you changing something with either working or school or both or one or the other, or learning something new or changing something about working or school? Does that make sense?
I don't think so.
What are you working now or in school now?
I'm working.
You're working. Okay. Are they making change in your work?
Yes, they are.
And will you be changing within the work?
I don't think I'll be changing, but there's change around us.
Okay, I think that's what I'm getting. Because I see that they're going to be making changes around work, but I feel like you have security around where you are and what's going on with it. So
okay.
I also am seeing somebody with an S or C initial. Do you know who that is? An S or C?
No. S or C, no, I do not.
Yeah, besides you being Chris, is there another Chris or a C? Or is there anyone who's a Mike or an M?
Mike is my brother.
Mike is your brother. Okay. Okay, so I might be hearing the names of the kids in your family. And are you close with Mike?
Yes.
Okay. And which one of you have had are working on a relationship with someone, or was there an issue in a relationship with a romance with you or him?
No.
Are you open to dating?
I'm in a relationship.
You are. Did you have an issue in your relationship?
No.
Okay, were you guys talking about living together?
Yes.
Or do you live together?
We're discussing about moving in.
Okay, I see you living together. I think there might be some, like, make sure you take time to communicate with each other about this. I'm concerned about a misunderstanding going on about living together or finances or moving together, but I feel like it'll work out.
Okay.
And I feel like it's a good, who's the J person around you? J. Like John or Jason?
Jay?
Pardon?
Not a John or a Jason.
Is it a J, male or female?
Male.
Is it spelled J-A or J-O?
J-O.
Like Joseph or Josh or Jordan?
Joseph.
Is Joseph your dad or your grandpa?
That's my dad.
Is your dad living?
No.
I didn't think so. I think your dad's talking about his sons. He's talking about you. He's talking about Mike. He's talking about how proud he is of you guys and that he watches over you. And he's saying one of the reasons you called me today was to pick up on Joseph.
Yes.
And he loves you and he's only a thought away. And you need to know that. You need to know that I feel like he's come to you. I feel like his spirit has come to you. Have you dreamt about him?
Frequently I do.
Yeah. So in your dreams, when you dream about him, because I think you're pretty intuitive. In your dreams about him, I feel like he's trying to give you messages. And it may not be exactly what you're dreaming, but it'll be symbolic. And he's saying that you wear do you wear his jacket or his shirt or something?
I have a cross that I wear that has ashes in it, so I wear that every day.
Okay, yeah, because he was saying you wear something of his, and he likes that you wear that. And you keep that close, because that's going to protect you and take good care of you. You're very much like him. You're very much like him. He's very proud of you. And he says, move in with your girlfriend, but be patient and communicate well.
That sounds like him.
Yeah, he's saying just be patient and communicate well, because I'm feeling, that's why I asked if you had friction with, but I think what I'm seeing is something coming ahead, and she's worth working it out for. I think she
Perfect.
really loves
you. Thank you.
Oh,
that means a lot.
Chris, you are adorable. Thank you so much for calling. And I have to say there's another Joseph besides your dad, Joseph. I don't know who that is.
My brother.
Your brother. Okay. Yeah, he's talking. He says, send his love to Michael and Joseph and your family.
I will. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. God bless you, honey. Bye-bye.
You too. Appreciate it. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Aww. I like that. You gotta talk to his daddy through you.
Yeah. He sounds so young, and it's so hard to parent.
I mean, it's hard at any age, but when you're young and lose a family or a parent,
it's so hard. Yeah. And it sounds like there's at least 3 boys.
Yeah.
Michael, Joseph, and Chris. And it's got to be really, really difficult that he passed over so soon. But he's not gone. He's only a thought away. And obviously, he's, very active in his dreams. So you guys at home, if you dream about somebody a lot who's crossed over, they're probably trying to tell you something. And the dream may not be exactly what you're dreaming, but it will be symbolic. And God bless him. All right, let's get some more people. We got so many people waiting, and I don't want to disappoint my viewers.
Right. Well, we have a 303 ready to come on.
303?
I think that's a Colorado, Denver, I believe.
I think it is.
You're live on air with Char and Sunny.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Char and Tony. This is Diane.
Did you say Diane?
I did. I did.
Hi, Diane.
I just wanted to take a minute to say that I appreciate you so much, Char. I appreciate your generosity with your gift that God has given you. And I appreciate you. And I love the banter between you and Tony. And so I just want to make sure that you heard that tonight, if you don't hear from anybody else.
That is really, Diane, that is so kind of you to say. Obviously, you're a very giving, kind person, and it's not all about you. You like to share the love. So it's always nice for Tony. What do you say? Tony, can you hear me? Anyway, we thank you.
I'm here. Thank you.
Oh, Tony's crying. Okay. Diane, you're so sweet. Did you have any questions for me, honey?
Well, I tell you what, I got your book, one of the millions of people that got it. And I actually thought, I'm in Minnesota. So I have a Colorado number because we used to live there. But I was like on at 7:00 Midwest time. Yes, the book. And it was like, why isn't this going on? Why isn't this going on? So I kept reading your book, and it was just really, it was really helpful for me because I was at the point where you were talking about the energy thumbprint, and then the whole piece on letting go. And I'm super smart. I've got things that have happened to me since loved ones have passed, but I'm still having a hard time letting go.
Oh, tell us a
story.
And
I guess, okay, I'll tell you the most recent story.
Okay, I'd love to hear it.
But do you want to hear who it was, or sometimes you don't want to know?
No, yeah, just tell us it was my so-and-so. But yeah, because if I pick up on you, I don't want to,
Okay, so earlier I'm not going to look at the screen because it's lagging. Earlier this last week, my dad came to me in a dream.
Oh, wow.
And I've been begging for him to come since he passed, and his anniversary is coming up on Sunday of his passing. And I had often seen him in dreams from afar, but he never said anything. But in this dream, I was having a conversation in an older house with another person that I know, and the front door opened, the light streamed in, and there walked my dad with the biggest smile on his face. He was wearing his jeans and his white T-shirt, and he came over to me, and he just gave me this huge hug, and he said, we don't use words, we just kind of telepathically talk back and forth, and he said, I know you've been waiting a long time, but here I am. And he was so happy, and he gave me a hug, and I wish it would have gone on forever. But then he said, do you smell that? And I said, what? And he said, do you smell that, Diane? And all of a sudden in my dream, I smelled like someone had vomited. And I said, I actually do, Dad. I smell that. And he said, someone's sick, Diane, and you need to check that out. Oh, and I turned around in my dream, and then when I turned back, he was gone, and I woke up. And yesterday I got a phone call from a friend of mine that said if I had read an email that someone is very sick with cancer, and he's getting tests, and he's an older man. And ironically, he and my dad knew each other in this life. And so I just felt like, wow, this was about that. And so I've had dreams. Am I crazy, Char? Please tell me I'm not crazy.
I'm like in awe. They're so vivid and they're so exact. So I don't know that I'm going to get your dad, but just be open about everybody. I'm getting three things. I'm getting a Robert or William, and then I'm getting a J initial. A J.
Okay, hang on. Let me use my paper.
Pardon?
A Robert or a William. Okay, hang on.
Is there a middle name like that, or an R, or is there an R or B person? And then the other thing.
Okay, I'm looking.
And then the other thing.
Oh, an R?
Yeah.
Ronald?
Ronald and Robert would be the same to me. Who's Ronald?
That's my husband's father.
I think his spirit's around. And also, is there a J or G person?
J.
Is
Jennifer.
Who is that?
That is Ronald's granddaughter.
And she's living?
No.
Oh, she's deceased. Oh, I bet Ronald has Jennifer. I bet he's
okay.
Yeah, don't say names, just say yes or no. And then there's a big S I see, an S or C. I don't know who that is. It could be a last name.
Oh, S? Yes, it is a last name.
Yeah.
It is a last name. Do you want the last name?
No, but is that his last name, your last name? Whose last name is that?
It's my married name, but my maiden name is also S.
Okay, would that be your dad then?
Yes.
Okay, he's coming with a big S, so I'm seeing a big S. Like
That's funny. Yes.
Why is it funny?
Because my dad was a very tall man and a very big personality.
Okay, so
and his last name starts with an S.
Yeah, and he's very proud of his name. He's very proud. He was very just so proud of his family, proud of his name, proud of his heritage. Very proud.
Yeah.
And do you have anyone who's Dutch or German?
Yes. Yes.
Is that your family?
Actually, both sides. My husband's side and my side. Yes.
There's Dutch and German people here.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Germany or Holland or the Netherlands?
I have not.
Do you want to?
I am planning a trip for next summer.
Right, but to go out of the country, but not there.
Correct.
Yeah, I think you should go there one day and find your heritage. I feel like you would resonate, but I do see you going out of the country as well. What was happening? Did you have to get a different passport, or did you have to get a passport, or did you...
Yes, I got a passport like 3 years ago. I've never been out of the country. Yeah, and I thought that if I would tell, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm thinking you should make a copy of it so you don't lose it.
Okay.
Because once you go out of the country, you better have your passport if you ever want to come back. And well, yeah, of course. So you don't want to lose it. I mean, I always make a copy whenever I go out of the country. So anyway, there's ancestors of Dutch and German heritage around you, and accents. And I think that if you ever did your lineage or your husband's, you would be really interested in it.
Yeah, I actually do Ancestry.com.
You do? So do you?
Yes, and this is why I'm taking the trip. I'm going to Scotland.
You're going to Scotland. Okay. Yeah, I think you're going to have such a great time.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you're going to have such a great time, but I'm also seeing those other areas too that you should look into. That's more your husband though than you, right?
It sounds like it.
Yeah, I think he would be interested in it. I keep seeing crazy Ludwig's castles. I think anyway, but you'll probably go to castles in Scotland. I think that's great that you're going. Diane, you are such a lovely person and so kind to give me and Tony those kind words.
Yeah, I don't know how you do cold calls because you don't know what you're getting.
No guts, no glory, kid.
Okay, I'll keep reading your book and try to find my answers.
Yeah, absolutely. I also do teaching. I just did. Yeah. I did a seminar this weekend, but I also do like a 2-part class that if you want to, I don't have a new date. I need to get a new date, but I'll probably be starting one. If you go to char.net and just reply from the inquiry and say that you want to be in a class, if you want to be, you would be more than welcome. Or you can also sign up for my Patreon that I'm doing once a month, where I will be doing some teaching, some reading, and also trying to save the planet. You want to help?
Oh, good. I'll do my best.
Okay.
I'm walking around with those water bottles now. My kids would just kill me if I took a plastic bottle. So,
well, yeah. God, good for them. Good for them. Thank you so much for calling.
All right, you guys take care.
You tell your husband his dad is with him.
Oh, I will. That'll mean a lot.
Yeah, and also to look into that heritage. I think you're going to find out some interesting stuff. Be well.
Bye, Diane.
Okay, thank you. You too. Okay, bye, Tony.
Bye-bye.
We got a new friend, Tony.
We do. That was sweet.
Diane,
thank you for saying that. Was very sweet. Brought tears to my eyes.
Did it?
No, I'm a hard soul. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, it was very sweet of her.
Nice to get nice feedback.
Oh no, of course, I loved hearing it. It was great.
Because we work so hard, and you don't think about it, you don't expect it, you don't ask for it.
Nope.
But when somebody has a moment to talk to us, most people just want read, which is fine. I don't mind, but it was nice of her to take the time to say that.
Yes, thank you, Diane.
Right. So let's get somebody else. We got to get more people in because I know that those phones are packed.
And lighten up.
People to be frustrated. Oh, can I just say one thing before you find somebody?
Yes.
Would you explain to people when they can't get a hold of us and they get some other message thing?
So when if you're talking about the between the sheets, so after Char show ends, the call center closes, but then we reopen it back up under a different name for another show. So if you're if you call in after 9 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock. What time is it there?
10 o'clock Eastern.
So after 10 o'clock Eastern, Char's show is closed, and then somebody else's show might be open. So you can listen, but they won't be taking calls. I
apologize to people because they're emailing me, or they're Facebooking me and whatever. So let's get some. Come on, we want more people.
704, please. You're on the air with Char.
Hello.
Hey, who is this?
Carol.
Carol, how are you?
Fine. How are you?
I'm good. Where are you calling from?
Faith, North Carolina.
Oh, wow. How's the weather there?
Today we had our first day of fall. It was 90 all week.
Wow.
Quite a shock.
Wow. So did you have a question for me? Did you want me to read for you?
I would like you to read for me, please.
Okay, so just be open about everybody living and deceased, and don't say the name.
Okay.
I say it first. I want to know if there's somebody with an E or D initial. An E or D?
E or D?
Yeah. Is there anyone? Yeah. And the other thing is there a... Yeah, go ahead.
There's somebody whose initials are those.
Are ED? Who is that?
It's DE.
Who's DE?
My son's father.
Your son's father. Okay. And the first name starts with D?
Yes.
Is it spelled D-A or D-O or D-E?
D-O.
Like Donald or Douglas?
Donald.
Donald? Okay. And is he still living?
Yes.
Okay. But is there some awkward situation about your son and Donald?
There was, yes.
Did they fix it?
Yes.
I think the angels are happy they fixed it, that there was a healing that went on.
Yes, there was.
And also is there a C or S?
Those are my initials.
Oh, you're Carol S. Okay, great. And who's John or Joseph or Jim?
John is my brother. John is my grandfather, and there's another J.
Okay, and is the other J spelled J-A or J-E?
J-U.
Is there a Justin?
Yes.
Is that your son?
Yes.
Where's Justin?
He's passed.
I was going to say, I think he's here. I feel like Justin is here with John, your grandpa, and other people.
Okay.
I feel like Justin, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you lost your son. But he's saying that he's saying that he's the reason Carol called you. He's telling me that.
Yes.
Is Justin. And he's saying that tell her I'm fine. And tell her about the shirt with the number on it, like a sports shirt or something, a shirt with a number on it. Do you understand that?
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay. And was that his number or?
That was his favorite race car driver and his number for baseball all the time.
Yeah. Okay. So because he's talking about that, and he said he has a shirt with that number.
Yes. Lots.
Yeah. And do the boys wear his shirt, or do you wear his shirt with that number?
His children.
His children. Okay. Because he's saying you guys kept the shirt with the number on it. And
yes.
He watches over the kids. He watches over the family.
That's good.
He's frustrated. He was frustrated that he wasn't there, that this happened, because this was not his plan, obviously, because he was a happy person and he wanted to live his life fully with his family. But he's saying that he's learned to be accept the spirit world, and he's talking about the M. I don't know if it's a Mark or Mike or M.
I'm thinking
He's talking about an M. Is there a deceased M? Like, is your grandma an M or M? It could be a middle name M. I don't know, but he's not letting go of it. You're going to hang up the phone and remember.
probably.
Is there a Marie or a Mary or a Margaret? I don't know. A Michael? Matthew? I don't know. M.
I can't think of anything close
Okay,
to
that's
him.
okay.
My grandmother's maiden name was Miller.
Miller, maybe. It could be that, but I don't think that. I think it's someone else. And he's not letting go of it with me. So and whose aunt?
Someone's last name?
It could be. Is there an M? It could be a last name. And is there also an A initial person?
That's all our last names.
Your last name starts with A, so his name is
And that's
Justin.
what they called him. He went by Ames.
J.A.?
That's what everybody called him.
Did they call him J.A.?
Pardon?
Did they call him J.A.?
They called him Ames.
Ames. Okay.
A-M-E-S. Yeah.
Okay, Ames. Okay, so yeah, he's talking about that A and the big A initial. And he's saying you're gonna figure out who the M is, but that's okay, not to worry about that now. And John is your grandpa?
Well, the only other idea I have is we believe the man that killed him's last name started with an M.
That's really possible. Maybe that's why he kept showing me the M. That would make sense. That would make sense because is it not solved? Is it not completely solved?
No, and it won't be.
Okay, but it will be, because you need to understand that karma is real. And what goes around comes around. Nobody gets away with anything in the world. Nobody. So whatever.
Well, he hasn't done anything for my son's loss, but he's been in prison since for other things. So
yeah, well, I promise you that he will pay for what he did to your son. I'm so sorry. What a tragedy. What an awful
it was.
tragedy. I'm so sorry. Is there another man with the wife? With his wife or with his children's mother?
Yes.
Because he's talking about another man that's trying to be good to your grandchildren.
Yes.
Have you accepted him?
Not really.
Is it because you don't really like him? Is it because you don't really like him that much?
And I've heard not great things from the grandchildren, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's saying you got to keep an eye on that one. He's talking about the children's mother's boyfriend. She's like, the kids are going to be fine. Kids are resilient, and they've got you. And don't say anything. He's saying don't say anything bad about anything. Just keep the peace so the kids can still come to you. Do you hear me?
Well, we haven't come lately because we had a little bit of a falling out. So.
Well, he's saying try to make peace so the kids can still come to you, because they need you, they need you. If you can figure that out, even if you were in the right, which I think you were, if you can apologize or something. Who had the falling out? You with them or what?
Well, my granddaughter is a teen now, so she's a little temperamental, and we just didn't see eye to eye, so she said we needed a break.
Okay, well, try to make up for that, because he's saying the kids will need you. She'll be back. You'll be back.
Okay.
He wants, that's what I feel Justin wants. Oh my, I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you. This was wonderful.
Oh, God bless you. My heart goes out to you.
Thank you.
God bless you. Be well.
Aw.
That's really, I just don't know how people live with losing a child. It's got to be the hardest thing ever.
I know.
Well, Tony, thank you for a wonderful evening.
Of
you
course.
Always really pick great callers. And all you guys who call in, I know we have missed calls. I don't know how many tonight, Tony, but I apologize if you didn't get through. We'll be back next week. We'll have Jonathan Lewis taking your calls and reading for people. How many calls did we miss, Tony?
Almost 2,000.
2,000?
Yeah.
You guys, please keep calling and join my Patreon. If you join the 3rd tier, I'll be talking to you every month, and it's a smaller group. And I will do my best to get to everybody, because I'm not quitting. I'm going to keep calling. I'm going to keep reading for you guys. And I'm grateful for all your support and for all the kind words that Diane had to say, and all of you at home who send really beautiful messages to me and Tony. So take good care, everybody. We'll be back next Friday. And remember, intuition will take you places logic never could. And wait a second, the star of the show is about to say thank you.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
Bye.